Did you realize you can combine spells in D&D for a much greater effect? If you have, congrats on the big brain. If you haven't, then I'm sure you have other great qualities. Wait, that sounds like an insult. That wasn't meant that way. Either way, I'm going to show you 5 super powerful combos you can use in your next D&D session. The first combo for today is actually one recommended by a channel regular, Rob Vera. Thank you very much, Rob. And I like to call this Frightful Summons. It's the combo of pretty much any summoning spell combined with Dissonant Whispers. The best thing about this combo is that it doesn't require 2 casters and can be done by 1 player over the course of 2 combat rounds. The summoning spells, or rather the conjuring spells, pretty much just summon creatures that obey your commands. The more creatures it summons, essentially the more powerful this combo can be. Dissonant Whispers is a first level spell that deals damage and forces a creature to use their reaction to run away if they fail a saving throw. If you have a good idea of D&D rules, you might know where this combo is going. For the sake of the example, let's use the Conjure Animals spell. Conjure Animals lets you summon up to 8 animals of CR, quarter, or less, I believe. A quarter CR means that they're not necessarily super powerful, but that's not really that important, and that's going to make sense in 1 second. Summon or conjure those 8 animals all around your enemy. Step 1, complete. Next, cast Dissonant Whispers on that enemy. Step 2, complete. The enemy then uses their reaction to run away and evokes 8 opportunity attacks from the creatures all around them in the threat range. Boom, step 3 complete, easy damage. Now, the animals don't really do much damage, but there's more to the combo. If the creature uses their reaction to, I don't know, move out of range like they would, you can then simply move your creatures right next to them on your next turn, meaning that this combo keeps on giving. Not to mention, if the enemy wanted to, I don't know, run away on their turn, they would still have a difficult time because they have 8 angry animals all biting at their heels. Either way, this is a great combo and you should definitely consider taking a look at it. Thanks again, Rob, for the idea. Next up on our list, we have something that I like to call Hold It, and that is the combo of the Sentinel feat and Moonbeam. Sentinel is one of those feats that, as a DM, I completely loathe. It has 3 real effects, but the main effect that matters for this combo is when you hit a creature with an attack of opportunity, their speed becomes 0 for the rest of their turn. That means if you run up to an enemy and just stand next to them, as long as you hit them with that attack of opportunity, they cannot move from that spot, aside from teleporting. If they try to run away, you effectively punch them and say no. And there's actually nothing the creature can do to regain their speed after this occurs, because it specifically states that their speed becomes 0 for the rest of their turn, meaning no matter what, they have 0 movement speed. Even if they take the dash action, they can't move because their speed is 0, so they're doubling their 0 movement speed of 0 to 0. Math! If you're a DM, you probably understand my frustration with the feat. I did mention that this combo uses Moonbeam, but honestly, it can be used with any spell that consistently deals damage in a radius. Spells like Moonbeam, Cloud of Daggers, and Flaming Sphere are just some examples. If your party spellcaster uses one of these spells, and then your melee character with Sentinel just runs up, the enemy is pretty screwed as long as they hit their opportunity attacks. Just plop that Cloud of Daggers right on top of them, punch them every time they try to move, and they're in for a world of hurt. Next combo on our list is something that I like to call Chill Out, and that is the combination of the spell Watery Sphere and one of my favorite spells of all time, Freezing Sphere. Now, this combo may be debatable if your DM hates fun, but if they like fun, then it's probably going to be okay. Watery Sphere is a 4th level spell that creates a 5-foot radius sphere of water that lasts for a minute and traps enemies in a watery sphere. Boom, mind-boggling, I know. Enemies can escape this sphere with a successful strength saving throw at the end of each of their turns. Remember that bit of information because I'm going to reference it later. Freezing Sphere, on the other hand, is a 6th level sphere of ice that effectively deals 10d6 damage in a 60-foot radius. The best part about this spell, however, isn't necessarily the damage, it's that if it strikes water, it freezes that water up to a depth of 6 inches. So this is the part of the spell, or it's part of the combo rather, that might be up for discussion depending upon how much fun your DM likes to have. Speaking of fun, if you like fun, you should definitely consider liking and subscribing. Reports indicate that viewers had an average increase of 69% in their overall mood from liking and subscribing. So if you want to have more fun, make sure you click those buttons. That was terrible. Anyways, back to the combo. Any creature frozen from Freezing Sphere must spend an action and succeed a strength saving throw in order to break out of the ice. So rather than getting a freeze save at the end of their turn, they have to spend their action to attempt to break out. So it deals damage and cripples enemies, which not only makes this combo fun, but also incredibly effective. And I forgot to mention, Watery Sphere can technically hold up to 4 enemies. So you could theoretically freeze 4 enemies in a floating orb of water and then cripple their action economy with this combo. And even though the levels of these spells are a bit higher, it can still be an incredibly effective combo that you can pull out in any situation. Moving on to the 4th combo for today, it's actually a personal favorite of mine and is something that I like to call Twinned Chaos. This combines the 1st level spell Chaos Bolt with the twin spell Meta Magic. Chaos Bolt effectively sends a warbling mass of chaotic energy at a single creature. On a hit, it deals 2d8 plus 1d6 of a damage type found on a table. However, if you roll 2 of the same number on those d8s, the spell effectively duplicates attacking another creature within 30 feet of your initial target. This can technically continue indefinitely depending upon how lucky or unlucky you are with your rolls. And that's why I like to combine this spell with the twin spell Meta Magic. The spell itself already has a built-in duplication method, so if you twin it, you effectively double your chances of duplicating the spell naturally through the spell's effect. Now this combo works only against multiple enemies, as Chaos Bolt can only target 1 enemy with each cast of the spell. But when you twin the spell, that's technically another cast of the spell. So if you get this effect to happen on a twin target, you could then have the extra energy jump to the same target of your initial cast. I know that's kind of confusing, but honestly, it makes sense. Trust me, just go read it. And that's kind of why I like to call it Twin Chaos. Dealing 2d8 plus 1d6 is a lot of damage for a 1st level spell, but considering this could easily turn into 4d8 and 2d6, or 6d8 and 3d6, or even 8d8 and 4d6, this combo can very easily rack up great damage in the early levels. The spell itself is not reliable whatsoever, but when you get the combo to pull off properly, you can't help but feel like you're cheating the game. So if you like to live life on the edge, you should 100% take Chaos Bolt, because I guarantee it will definitely sow some chaos. Now, before we move on to our final combo, I wanted to give a thank you to all of you, because this video was made possible by viewers like you. Only today's video specifically was made possible by our long-term viewer, William. William has been around in the channel for a long time, pretty much as long as I can remember, and many of you have probably spoken in our comment section before. You may all recognize them as their YouTube account, Genevit1. I definitely said that wrong, but I'll put it somewhere here on the screen. Anyways, this video was sponsored by their pledge through Patreon, and I just wanted to take a moment to thank them properly. You honestly have no idea how much that support means to me and the rest of the crew. If you want to sponsor a video or just support us, you can go check out our Patreon. We created a bunch of different tiers, each with different rewards for supporting us. And I might also be adding some more rewards there in the near future, so more on that later. Anyways, thanks a bunch, William. Let's move on to our final combo. The 5th and final combo for today is something that I like to call Barbed Fever, and that is the combo of Contagion and Silvery Barbs. Chances are you're already aware of Silvery Barbs, but just in case you aren't, here's a quick refresher. It's a reaction spell that you can use that effectively gives disadvantage on a single roll of a target that you choose. Super powerful spell, bottom line, just take it. In this combo, however, it's incredibly powerful, as Contagion consists of multiple Constitution saving throws. If the target fails 3 saving... that's 4. If the target fails 3 saving throws before succeeding 3 saving throws, they are subjected to 1 of 6 possible diseases: Blinding Sickness, Filth Fever, Flesh Rot, Mind Fire, Seizures, and Slimy Doom. Those all sound terrible, but effectively each of those has a variation of some debilitating effect. Just to give an example, one of these gives vulnerability to all damage. It auto-stuns when a creature is hit, or even confuses the target for the entire duration of the spell. So needless to say, if you fail this Contagion saves, then you are in for a world of hurt. And combined with Silvery Barbs, it effectively halves their chances of succeeding, greatly increasing their chance to become affected by one of these diseases. Be careful though, because if the target is immune to being poisoned, then Contagion is effectively useless. So make sure you know who and what you're fighting before spending that 5th level spell slot. And that's all I have for the video today. If you liked the video, I have made others like this in the past that I have linked in the description box below. Also, if you have any spell combos that you think are super cool, let me know in the comments. I read every comment, almost always reply, and who knows, I might even feature it in the next video. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you can be alerted every time we post new videos. We post a new video every Monday, and we go live every Friday with Behold the Crit at 7:30 p.m. EST. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on Friday.